Hello, my name is Lola, and I'm going to react to Game Stores by Scott the Woz. This was recommended to me by Aiden Just Stop. um, yeah, I don't really go to into game stores that much, only except for when I'm, getting a present for somebody in my family who likes video games. That's pretty much just it. But yeah. Anyway, let's check out what Scott the Woz says about game stores. And if you want to like, comment, subscribe my channel, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Here we go.
Hey all, Scott here. Off! To buy video games right now, I have to leave my room.
Now I could always buy video games online on Amazon or just straight digitally, but come on. I need video games now, not in 1 to 2 days considering shipping and handling, and I love plastic shells. Who wants to do this? So that means driving 10 minutes to a brick and mortar store to buy physical games equals...
Fine, I'll go to GameStop.
The video game store used to be a magical place as a kid. It was always something I looked forward to. I didn't even have to walk out with a new game or anything. Just browsing the games available and being surrounded by them was a treat. And when you did buy a new game, oh man, you pop that bad boy open on the road home to get a taste of what's in store. What does the disc look like? Reading through the manual, waft the wonderful smell of a freshly opened game. Sometimes that experience was more memorable than the actual game you bought. Before a trip to GameStop, I would rummage through the games I had and said, okay, I don't need this, this, or this. Bring them all there, get some sweet, sweet trading credit, and pick up some new games. Of course, now I hate this fucking punk for selling his Game Boy Player for a copy of Just Dance 3, but back then, without a job, trading in games was just the way of life. Game stores were the place back then for me, but now, what the hell happened here? I really wish video game stores could be more of a place to just kind of hang out and browse games, maybe even play them, but instead, whenever I go, I'm bombarded by my favorite question in all of retail.
What brings you in today?
I always follow that up with a just looking around, browse the games until I realize the pop figures take up more space than the Wii U section, and then leave empty-handed.
Well, maybe I can learn to love video game stores again by working at one. My interview is, right now.
Hi, Chet Shaft, Game on a Shelf Manager.
Hi, Scott Wozniak, Games on a Shelf Employee to Be.
So, what makes you want to work at Games on a Shelf?
Well, I love plastic, and discs are great too.
You know, we're really looking for somebody who's into all different types of games. Are you that kind of guy?
I don't give a piss didn't do much for me, but it really didn't excite me. The title never interested me. It didn't look all too entertaining. I wasn't interested. It doesn't appeal to my taste. Doesn't really appeal to me. Not super into mobile games, way that makes me not care at all. I'm not an RPG guy, but I'm not a Xenoblade guy. I'm not really into it all.
I like the Wii.
Perfect, you're hired.
Personally, in terms of going to actual stores for video games, I prefer Best Buy. It's nice and big, you walk in there and browse the games without getting harassed by employees about joining a membership or pre-ordering games or whatever. At the very most, one will ask if you need help with anything or just say hi, and that's about it. However, they did have a sweet membership. Gamers Club Unlocked gave you 20% off all new games. Not new as in recently released, new as in basically any game on the shelf. It was only $30 for 2 years. That right there basically made Best Buy the only place I'd consider picking up games at. They don't offer the program anymore because holy shit, how could they sustain a deal like that? To be fair, the 20% off games got me to buy a lot of non-video game stuff there, but I mean, 20% is still a lot off of products Best Buy already doesn't see a ton of profit from. Even without the membership, I just like Best Buy because I can pick up the game, bring it to the counter, bada bing, bada boom, I'm out of there. Places like Walmart and Target, oh god, those have got to be the bottom of the barrel in terms of my preferred game stores. Who the hell wants to wrangle up an employee and beg them to unchain Detective Pikachu for you? All the games are behind this glass door and you have to get an employee to unlock it for you, and it feels like whenever I actually want something, there's never anyone around to unlock it. You just kind of have to pace around until you see somebody. But of course, why go to those places when you can go to, oh f***, GameStop is the definitive place to buy games for many people. It's simple. It's a game store. You go there to buy video games. I notice it's really popular with families. A mom will usually bring their kid there to pick out a game or to ask questions about something. But wow, GameStop can be annoying. I'm not trying to boycott them or say anybody who works there is a chump. No. It's good to have a store specific to video games, and I know for a fact most employees are perfectly fine people just trying to do a good job. And they're forced by their bosses to do all this annoying stuff, such as trying to cram a membership down your throat. They really like to push the PowerUp Rewards program. It's just a standard membership. It's really not the craziest in the world. You get slight discounts on used games, some little benefits here and there, but that's about it. It comes with a subscription to Game Informer magazine, and they always ask if I want the digital or print version of Game Informer, and I'm like, I don't want Game Informer, I want the 70 cents off Darksiders 2!
You gotta be ruthless out there. You can't dance around them getting the membership card. Remember, you're not out there to make a friend. You're out there to make a sale. No manners, no subtlety.
Join our membership, fuckhead!
At least you get fun prizes for all the points you accumulate on the membership, which you can claim on this website. Oh my god, this place is barren. Anybody else remember going on the PowerUp Rewards site and seeing all the different prizes you could redeem? It was always stuff like a Call of Duty beanie or whatever, but now it's just gift cards. I mean, it's whatever. When I used the site more often, the only rewards I picked were the gift cards, even when they had other trinkets available, so I don't really care. Now, one thing GameStop has over all other major retailers who sell games are the used games and trade-ins. Others have tried. I can't even finish that, they all failed. Like Walmart sells used video games. What? GameStop is universally known for selling used games at a cheaper price than new. Sometimes. GameStop's used game selection is always a mixed bag for me. First off, I'm not super big into the fact most of the DS games get their cases thrown away. I get it, the cases take up valuable space, but I don't know about anybody else, but if a game comes in a plastic DVD-like case, I need the case for it, I ain't buying it loose. This bugs me about a lot of used game stores in general, GameStop included of course, but it feels like they never put any effort into cleaning games. Many of the cases for GameStop's used games are just gross. How did it get this way? So they didn't have a standard PS4 case for this game, but for some reason they had the original game cover art, and on top of that, the battle scars this thing has taken is just too much to stomach. Most of the time, if they don't have the original box and cover art, GameStop just prints their own and uses a generic case. I mean, it's better than nothing. At least the GameStop cover art for Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is better than the actual game. Is there legitimately anybody out there who will buy the game with the GameStop cover when a copy with the original cover is available? Just curious. It's obvious GameStop likes to push used games. With new games, they don't make much of a profit off of them. Used games, non-stop profit. They buy a game off of you for like 20 bucks and sell it for 55. It's genius. The trading credit has always been a big problem for many. Like, here's how much a used copy of Spider-Man costs, and here's how much you'd get for trading it in. I mean, that bites, especially if you don't have a ton of money to spend on games. A lot of people definitely complain about trading credit, but I will say a lot of people complain for all the wrong reasons. I think too many people assume that they should get a ton of money for their garbage game nobody cares about anymore. Think about it for a second. Why are you trading in that game? It's because you don't want it anymore. Well, millions of other people didn't want Gears of War 3 anymore either. That's why it's only worth $1 and you get 25 cents for trading it in.
Hey man, listen, corporate makes us do this every year, but this is just a little manager evaluation form. You just fill it out, let them know how I'm doing, you know.
Alright. Is your manager manipulative?
I'd say no to that if I were you. Hey, looks like we got some trade-ins coming in. Knock them dead.
Alright, total trading value is gonna be $10.50.
Well, I got this Skylanders for the Wii U. How much is it now?
$10.48.
Of course, you could just sell your game on eBay, but that requires a lot more work, and there's no guarantee it'll sell. GameStop will accept your game right then and there and give you at least some money for it. Not a lot, but since it's way less work for you than an eBay sale, I think it's fair to expect not a ton of money from trade-ins. It is convenient to have a well-known store that'll buy your used games, but this is still kind of ridiculous. Oh, you know another thing I hate about used games? These stickers are the worst. You may be able to peel them off perfectly one time, but just you wait until you get a stubborn one, and it is brutal. GameStop used to spank the stickers on the box art itself, not the plastic case. Major problem with that can ruin the art. At least on the box, if the sticker doesn't peel off correctly, you can just slap some Goo Gone on it or use a different case, but this isn't nearly as easy to get off of the art. And for some reason, GameStop likes to sell new games that aren't new. Like I bought Shenmue 1 and 2 for the PS4, and I bought a new copy. The problem was, it was the last copy on the shelf, so they put a disc in the shelf copy, and there we go. I bought a new game that was open and unsealed. I didn't pay the used price, I still had to pay the new price. That's fun. They usually run deals like 4 for $20 on specific used games, and those specific used games are generally all-time classics like Disney Infinity 2.0 Game Only, MLB The Show 14, and Fling Smash. But my main problem with GameStop always boils down to the fact that they won't stop trying to sell me something. Hey, do you have anything you want to pre-order? They ask me as I'm trying to buy Chicken Shoot on the Wii.
Hey, the usual, right? One copy of Wii Play Motion to go.
Thanks, Chief. We gotta start pushing pre-orders more. Studies show that 9 out of 10 gamers play video games. We gotta capitalize on that market. Next customer you get, do not stop talking about pre-orders.
fucking pre-orders, am I right? It's like totally like you buy one S. It's just like most of the time, if I tell them I'm not interested in pre-orders, they'll list off a bunch of upcoming games and be like, interested now? And I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I just won Chicken Shoot, just ring it up. I'll just casually browse games and a GameStop employee comes up and asks me for my membership info just to remind me of the points I have and to pre-order things. Listen, I love to talk to anybody who works at GameStop, as long as they don't make it so obvious they're just trying to sell me something. I've had a few perfectly decent conversations with some GameStop employees, and they've been delightful. They don't necessarily nudge me to buy anything I don't want, get any protection plan, pre-order anything, become a pro member, nothing. Just talking about games we like and ending things off with a solid take it easy. But 80% of the time at GameStop, all of this gets shoved in my face. And to reiterate, this mainly isn't pissing all over the employees themselves, because I know the heads of GameStop forced them to act like this. The exact same heads that have turned GameStop into... What is this place? This doesn't feel like GameStop anymore. The random merchandise takes up more space than the actual games now.
It's like
it feels like I'm living inside of a
Us.
loot crate. Nerf guns, toys, plushes. Many of them aren't even themed to gaming franchises, just standard geeky movie or comic book stuff. Now, I have no doubt this stuff is popular, but in terms of at GameStop itself, I have never seen anybody buy these knickknacks here. In fact, a lot of the time I see this kind of stuff in their clearance bins. At least it's better than when GameStop tried to shift their focus to smartphones. Yeah, that worked out for them. Now, of course, I may be saying this because of that virgin blood within me, but I think it would be smart for GameStop to start focusing a lot more on retro games. Now, they carry them online and at select locations, but come on, retro gaming is really big now, especially the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox generation. The kids who grew up with those consoles are at an age where they want to play them again, and instead of capitalizing on that, they're just gonna keep selling Naruto shirts. I hate the fact that retro games are mainly only available online. These are games you probably want to inspect before buying, but instead just buy them online. You'll find out if they come with the case and manual when you get them. I don't hate GameStop, but it's just not my preferred place to shop. It has annoying quirks, and as time goes on, the store just seems like it's becoming more and more not for me. I'd really recommend supporting independent mom and pop game stores. A lot of these places rock. They may give you better trading credits. They'll definitely have a bigger variety of systems and games spanning across so many more generations, and they probably won't be as in your face about junk you don't want. Better start supporting them soon though, because many of them keep on shutting down, and that's never fun.
Well, it's over. New store opened down the street. Some really steep competition. We just can't keep up with them.
I mean, I've had 5 people ask if we sell cigarettes. Maybe we should start taking trade-ins.
You think you know how to run a business? I know a guy with a NASA shirt, okay? I earned this job!
This is my peak.
Well, after everything I've been through, I'm done. I'm not going to game stores anymore. I'll say it's because I'm protesting them, but it's really because I'm unemployed.
Yeah, like I've been to GameStop once, and I just like, it just didn't feel right. So I just went to a Best Buy. I just go Best Buys now. Yeah, I mean, but if you've got your, your frame of reference, your preference, if you like GameStop, if you got your own local game store that you like to go to, browse, or, get a game every now and then, or Best Buy, Walmart, Target, anywhere, that's okay, but yeah, anyway, yeah, it just seems like they're trying to be like Toys R Us, selling all these toys that are connected to the games, or even toys that are not connected to any games at all. Like, yeah, it just seems like they're trying to be like what Toys R Us used to be. Anyway, that's it. That's my reaction to Game Stores by Scott the Woz. Everyone, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.